Hello, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, even though you can't see me. I appreciate all the patience you guys have been giving me. I've just been going through a bit of a few different life things all happening kind of at the same time. But I finally found some time to make another video. So today I'm transforming this really cheap apartment in The Sims 4. So I got really distracted by the music that The Sims 4 plays sped up. But I decided to transform this apartment into a really cheap sort of studio slash one bedroom place that I think Max Caulfields would live. So I have my own little save in Sims, and I thought I should add my Life is Strange characters that I made into it. So this is what we'll be doing today. So I kind of didn't have much of an idea of what I was doing, and there are a few clips where I just kind of like zone out for a second because I'm just trying to find some inspiration. But basically the key things is I kind of wanted to keep the same structural integrity for the most part. So I think I moved some doors around, but I really wanted to keep the walls in the same space because I'm terrible at layouts. And I figured if I ended up doing that, it would be so much easier. So yeah. I really love this floor. This is my favorite flooring in the whole game. I think it's from Businesses and Hobbies. I do own quite a lot of the packs from Sims just because I've been collecting them over years, because I pre-ordered this game when it came out, like big fan. This was like my first ever well, I played Sims 3 first, but this was kind of the first game I ever really got into. So yeah, currently I'm just working on the kitchen. And I'll probably explain some of the choices behind things, but I don't know, this is kind of how I see Max decorating something if she fully could. But yeah. I also probably should put this out there, I do not support the Sims at the moment. I think a few of the choices that they've made definitely aren't the best, especially with like who's taking over the business and that sort of side. If you don't know, you should probably go look it up. It's not very good, and also the new marketplace thing I think is kind of interesting. I hate and love it because I think it's a great thing for custom content creators to be able to actually get profit easily and not from like Patreon and stuff, and being able to get it through the game. And I think it's really cool that Sims wants to support that, but I also think The Sims has so many packs and custom content and stuff that is locked behind a paywall that the custom content is something that really keeps the community thriving. And I think that having the marketplace is kind of just a bit of a, I don't know, interesting situation in terms of thinking about it like that, I guess. So those are kind of a few of my thoughts. This is kind of a longer video. This build was actually, I think, took me over a little bit over an hour to do. I think my favorite things in Sims is definitely decorating, especially when I have like such a thorough idea for the person I'm making it for or the character. You'll probably end up noticing I end up using a lot of like pinks and blues. I just really think of Max when I think about like those colors. Like, I don't know, just comes to my mind. I also use a lot of like creams as well. I just feel like her aesthetic in furniture is just a little bit like softer. I don't know, but again, like, she is a fictional character, and if my interpretation's not what you think she would be, that is completely okay. And like, I don't think any of you guys will be mean in the comments, but like, I want to put that out there that like, you know, people can love characters and still understand them completely differently. Like, it's not like a big issue in that sort of way, if that makes sense. You know, I think that's a great thing about fandoms and games, is that everyone kind of has their own sort of meaning and things that they like about each things, and I don't know, yeah. So currently I am just working on the kitchen. I did not end up giving her a dining table because I know I could have made this counter, but again, because I wanted it to still be kind of a cheaper rundown place, even though those counters are expensive. But I don't know, none of the other ones fit my vision. But I don't know, I just didn't feel like the island, like an island counter, would work, and I didn't want to like squish in a table. So yeah, that's kind of what I did. I think I've just kind of done the basics. In terms of decorating as well, I don't do the biggest amount in this. I try and do my best, but I think there's so many items in the game that I keep getting like overwhelmed, and yeah, so I always like to like kind of hop between spaces and come back and forth to a few different things. It also really bothers me that like the big cabinets and counters, like the wood doesn't look like it matches, but I swear it does. Oh my god, how perfect is this little teapot though? I thought it was so cute. Like, just, I don't know, screams Max to me. But currently, yeah, going through the kitchen, I found this. This is, I believe, from Adventure Awaits, which is actually, fun fact, very heavily inspired by New Zealand nature. So I bought that pack just because of that. I thought it was really cool to have something kind of Kiwi inspired. But I just was like, wow, it's so pretty. I'll have to pop her cookie jar in there. Hopefully Victoria Chase does not come over and steal her cookie jar. Or her cookies, either or. Now I am just adding some tiles, and then I just use this little fence that they can actually walk over just to outline it, because I feel like it makes it look more put together, if that makes sense, instead of just like this is where it stops and this is where it starts. So you can actually kind of see a line. I also give Max a microwave. I can't imagine that she's the best chef in the world. I don't know, because we never really see her cook, do we? I also I love editing apartments so much more since they let you change the windows, because before the windows were locked in and like you have to have that, which I was not the biggest fan of, because that meant like, especially if you wanted to like move the walls around, it'd be super duper difficult. But yeah, they definitely changed that. Here I'm just starting the lounge. I did really love this one, but I don't end up going for it. I don't know, I just feel like there was something slightly off about it. The music in the background's really entertaining me. I did really want to cover up that little, I don't know, what is it called? Like a power box or something? I don't know. I like the pipe situation. I think it looks cool, but I don't know, having both of those and then the mouse hole and then the grate in such like close proximity kind of threw me a bit, and you can't get rid of those stuff. It's kind of locked in with the apartment, so kind of try and come up with a bookcase, but I end up changing that one because I didn't love it. But yeah, her lounge is very like, how do I explain it? I don't know what style I'd even call it. It's just like a bunch of like things that I feel like she would have found secondhand, or like, you know, done up herself, or added a little bit something just to make it have a bit more personality. Yeah, that's kind of the look I end up going with. I don't know what I'm doing here. Going crazy. This chair's the perfect shade of pink for Max. It looks a little bit more orangey than it does in my game, looking back at it, but I swear it's actually pink. It's like this very salmony pink, very much the Jane Doe t-shirt sort of colour. But now I'm thinking about that, I feel like I'm going to be totally thrown off with the colours. But yeah, well, it's really weird watching this back because I'm so used to seeing it with so much more clutter. I really wanted the idea of giving her like 2 tables like this. I just thought that was kind of cute, and again, looks like she bought one and then bought another, or found something at a like thrift store and was like, oh, I have to have that sort of thing. That's me trying to cover it up with the plant. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about, I guess. New Life is Strange game comes out in a couple of days, and I'm so excited. I was debating for a while playing it while videoing it, but I figured if I do that, then the game will take me a lot longer, and then I'll end up getting spoiled about it. So I'm leaning towards just playing it by myself, which I know is kind of a bummer because I think some of you would love to see me play it and see my reactions. It's just like with TikTok and everything, I just know spoilers are going to come out so fast, and it's not really, yeah, I don't want to be spoiled for it, I guess, because I got spoiled with double exposure and kind of that, and I think when I was playing double exposure, it kind of made my playthrough made me less interested in the game. Same with True Colors, it's like I knew kind of what was happening, and therefore I didn't want to like pick up the console or the PC as much, you know? So that's kind of what I was leaning towards. But I could always film like the first episode, first part, and kind of we can start walking through it together. But I am still very undecided about all of that. This is when I think the room's really coming together. Now, we don't have many Polaroid things in The Sims, and I actually didn't even have any Polaroid CC, which I didn't use any CC in this build until like when I was just finishing doing the decorating off camera, just because like I wanted to make it fully un-CC. But then there were a few things where it was like, okay, wait, I do need to add a little bit more clutter. And I saw some things, I was like, this is kind of perfect. But yeah, I feel like there should be Polaroids in the game. I think it's strange that there's not. Like, obviously there's the ones on the doors, and I think there might be some more, like one more group or something, but there's not. So I just instead, to get that like effect that she has above her bed in the dorms, I went with the collectible postcards that you can get in The Sims, which is quite fun. If you don't know how to do that, you basically get a pen pal and you write letters, and then once you've written a letter, you can ask for a postcard from them, and you can get all the different places, and they actually snap into place on a corkboard as well. But I wanted to kind of have a more sparse layout. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, something that's not quite so like condensed together, I guess, or like, you know, in one area. This is me struggling with a computer. Wow, I'm really struggling. I just full on stopped there. I don't know what I'm doing. It's kind of interesting to watch this back, because what was I thinking? I did have cheats turned on for this, obviously build mode, which is bb.moveObjects. Then I had hidden objects on, and I had the unlockable items that you can get by playing through and like, you know, getting to level 10 of the career or something and that sort of stuff, just because I find that some of that stuff's really good, especially if you're like going for a specific theme. It's a lot easier, but yeah. Look at me go. Gosh, I really have nothing to talk about. I'm trying to think of just like anything really. In terms of my TikTok and stuff, I need to order some new contacts. I know I've kind of just been sticking to Rachel at the moment, but that's because all my contacts have been dried up, because I'm not very good at it, and my makeup vanity is like right in front of the like window to outside. So I feel like, you know, how liquid evaporates and stuff. I think that's kind of what's happening to my contact containers. So I need to order some more. If anyone has any contacts recommendation or places like that are like not too expensive, I would be keen, and I would actually probably end up taking much better care of them if I knew they were a little bit more expensive than the really just cheap ones that I've been getting. I felt like for the images and stuff, I felt it like really difficult, because again, I wanted to just put up a bunch of photography, but like there's not really photos in the game unless you take them yourself, which I think is quite annoying, because like I don't know how to explain it. It's also like, I know you can go in the gallery and download someone's paintings or walls and then put it in, but it's kind of hard to do that because there's not much space in an apartment, and I didn't know what vibe I was going for until like at this point, you know, I kind of settled in. I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of what I want to do. But by this chance, I had so much furniture in that I didn't want to have to download like a wall from the gallery that has a bunch of stuff. I don't know how to explain it any better. This is me just searching all the photography stuff, which more than I thought, but also less than I thought, which makes absolutely no sense. But yeah. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, sticking to cosplaying Rachel. That's kind of the only reason why I've been doing that. It's just due to contacts, and I am still working on my new Chloe Price wig. But I'm really, really bad with wigs. Like, they're not my strong suit at all. So I'm finding it a lot more difficult than I originally thought. So it's taken me a bit longer because the wig is just so thick at the front. And even when I'm using like thinning scissors, it's taking ages, like long time. And also the place I live is quite small. So I always like, anytime I do anything crafty or cosplay or art-ish sort of thing, like, I always find that I feel like my whole house turns into a mess very fast, and then I get annoyed about that, so I can always find reasons like that to procrastinate, which is probably not the best idea, but I mean, that's what I do anyways, so yeah. I do want to actually do a Max cosplay at some point. I don't know how well I'll suit her though, because I feel like she's got very different features than me. Like, she's got big eyes with like more like square face than I do, but you know, I'd be keen to try it because she is such a cutie. I absolutely love Max. But I think, yeah, overall Chloe and Rachel I think suit my face shape a bit better. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. Also, you can walk through the door. There are some items where you can place them on doors and stuff, and the Sims will be able to walk through. So the door with the Polaroids on, you can actually walk through. I did playtest that. Even though I didn't upload this, so I don't know why you would need to know that. But, oh well. The tarot card images, I think if I do a place for Rachel, so gonna use those. I think it'd be so cute. And poor Max, being into retro stuff, I give her a retro TV. So she doesn't have the best quality TV, but oh well. I just think the vibes make sense for her. Also, if you can see the little image in the shelf in the corner on the right, I wanted it to look like it's just sitting on top of the shelf rather than being attached to the wall, but you can't really do that in this game. But, you know. That's what I tried. Here I just searched retro to see if I could find things. Found this little phone, which I do use, but I end up placing in the kitchen, I think. Not that it's any functional over there. I just thought it looked really cute. So yeah. I'm trying to think. What is everybody's favorite Sims pack? That's a good question. I actually can't answer. Wait, I feel like I do have one. I do like seasons just because I think it adds a lot to the game. But apart from that, I don't think I really have any favorites. But what is everyone else like? Because I know some packs are very, very much hated on, which is fair enough, but everyone likes their own sort of things. Oh my god, I remember when I changed that wall to the white brick, I was just like, oh, it's making it look so much better already. But yeah, I think overall the lounge and the kitchen area turned out really good. The bedroom's not my favourite because I did want to put Polaroid images in there, but I wasn't able to do that because with the new update that just happened, there's been a glitch where, I don't know, I can still see all of my old custom content, but I can't, when I've downloaded new stuff and placed it into like the same files and like the same area that I did normally, it's not showing up, which is really, really frustrating because I really did want Polaroids behind her bed. Like, that was the one thing that I was going to allow CC for originally, but then I was like, okay, it's just not going to work. which is really, really frustrating. Yeah. Doesn't that bed look so comfy? I really wanted to go with it, but then I was like, it's not really kind of the Max vibe. Oh, if I didn't specify, this is definitely younger Max that I kind of was aiming for. I just feel like I kind of know her a little bit better than I do her current one. Because, like, I don't know. I think especially because, like, you couldn't really choose the outfits in the first one. With Max, she kind of just put on what she was wearing. It was all kind of basically the same thing. I found it a bit easier to kind of base it off. And then obviously, like, Rachel is a bit easier as well, and so is Chloe, because they have very distinct styles. But I feel like the modern day Max is not like that. I feel like she's very much, like, I don't know, like, I can't think of a word I would use to describe her clothing style in the new game, or the new games. So I thought going for the younger one, I could kind of get a little bit more of the correct vibe, but again, I'm not sure what everyone thinks or if everyone even agrees what they think about it. Or I don't even know if you guys will like this video. Sorry that it's not a face one. I just haven't been able to film a face one because that takes a lot more work in setup, but I am planning to film my next one as a face one. So either I was thinking Life is Strange, either the new Life is Strange game first episode or Life is Strange 2 and continuing on with that, or my last one was Minecraft, just because I've been enjoying that, but I don't really know. Let me know what everyone's kind of thinking, because I don't really have a preference. But yeah, I do apologize for you guys not being able to see my face. I don't know if you guys even like seeing my face. Let me know about that, because, like, if you guys don't mind my face being in the corner, because I know, like, it doesn't need to be there, especially if I'm just playing gaming videos. Like, if you guys, like, are chill without it, then I feel like I might be able to, like, post a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not loving her room. Her bedroom is definitely something I need to keep going back and working on, because it's just, I don't know, it looks so bland. But my idea was to keep it so plain and have, like, all of her wall be covered in the Polaroids, and it's so annoying that I wasn't able to do that. I think here I'm kind of seeing if there's, like, a mural or something I can put on the wall. That I thought was really, really cute, but then I saw, like, I noticed that it was, like, alien spaceship abduction, and I was like, that's not really giving me the right vibes for Max. So I went with this little pretty floral one. I think it's quite nice, and obviously we have to add string lights to this house, because it wouldn't be Max Caulfield without string lights. I think these ones are from businesses and hobbies as well. That's a good pack. I like that pack. I don't really use it, but like the main gameplays, like, features of it. But I do like that pack. I feel like it brings a lot of liveliness to the game. I also thought those little dangly ones on the windows are really cute. I kind of like the mixture of both of them. I also don't know why I went with that plant. I think I was kind of, like, placing something for filler. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. There's, like, I don't even know where that is. It's not like a car. But it's not like a plane. I don't know. There's something loud outside. Maybe it is a car. I don't know. I'm not very good with thinking about, could be a motorbike. Well, what if you guys can't even hear it? Then I'm just talking about absolutely nothing. Oh well, is what it is. I think it's gone now. Sorry if you could hear that. If not, then do you like my rambling? Oh, wow, it's so noisy all of a sudden. For her bathroom, it's very tiny, so I wanted to just kind of do very sleek, but not too, like, fancy things. So we just got, like, a normal looking toilet, and then just, like, a walk-in shower and glass. And yes, I know that, like, the wallpaper would corrode, Is that the right word? Or go bad. Because, you know, it's just a wall instead of it being tiled, but I really didn't like the look of like a full tiled space. I don't know. I decided against it. So, yes, I know that it's probably not the best, but yeah, it is what it is. The bathroom is really, really simple, like I was saying. I also feel like she wouldn't have much clutter in the bathroom. I feel like that's kind of the one space she'd keep more neat, I guess. I use matching countertops because I feel like that always ends up making the place look a bit more condensed. That photo, I was like, oh my gosh, it reminds me of the Two Whales diner. So I had to put that in her little entryway because I thought it was super duper cute. Wow, the music sounds so interesting sped up. I feel like I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. Like, it's very, like, in your face, but you know. I'm pretty sure she can get to the bathroom. I don't think I playtested that, but they only need half a tile of space to walk, and they can also walk through the robe that hangs on the door, so don't worry about that either. I think here I'm just adding a few final touches, and then I have some clips of what it looks like, and then I put Max into the game after I had added a little bit more clutter in by myself, and I took some photos of her in her place doing some things, so you guys will be able to see that as well, which is very, very fun. I also gave her embroidery. I don't know, I wanted her to have like another craft or skill thing to do, and I thought embroidery kind of suited her. I was debating between knitting and that, but I don't know, I just thought embroidery would be fun. I also love that little pillow. I love the pillows that we've gotten from the events. I just, again, feel like it adds so much to the, just kind of the room. I don't know. Popped her keys and stuff there. That's me saving. So we're getting towards the end. So here's a little look at kind of the place. And I will talk over it. But yeah, we really don't have much time left. The clips are terrible. I don't know what I was doing while filming these. Probably wasn't thinking properly because I should have just done like a bunch of still shots instead of just like moving around like a weirdo. That's the bedroom. Yeah, I'm still really unhappy with how that turned out. But after this final shot of the bathroom, we are getting to the photos. So I just want to say sorry about my hiatus, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this place. Answer my questions that I've talked about. Okay, bye everyone.